All right, good afternoon, Block D. This is my first screencast, so I will do the best that I can. I'm just trying to keep you up to date and filled in on how this is going to work. We are trying incredibly hard to make this as simple and straightforward as possible. I think last week you guys did a great job. I have almost everyone's scientific notation, but it was also a little bit difficult because everyone did it a different way, different place. So we're trying to make this a little bit more straightforward. A lot of this will be all of it's going to be mostly the same between our class, Mrs. Green, and Mrs. Kurtz. So I'm going to walk you through this one set of slides, and I think you'll have the idea from there on out. Obviously, it's going to start off with the date, so we're just going to post it. That's going to be the only thing posted mostly in Google Classroom. I might do a cycle and circle inside of there. I'm probably not going to ask a lot of other questions in there, so you don't necessarily have to go to that template. You'll just have to go to the one-stop shop of these Google Slides. On the next page, if there's something to share, I will share. Obviously, today it's the first day doing this, so I'm going to record this little video. I can't guarantee that there's always something in this particular slide. Now, slide 3 then is going to be when you are learning something. You will have myself, Mrs. Kurtz, Mrs. Cornell, or Mrs. Green, Miss Green, possibly doing some sort of lesson in here. Today's lesson is going to be on simple interest. During these lessons, I would have a piece of paper, a pen. Think about pausing YouTube if you need to. If somebody's going too fast, going back and looking at it, they're all pretty short. Like you're talking anywhere from 3 to maybe 6 or 7 minutes at the most. So it should be pretty straightforward. Next, the purple slide is the important one. This is where you're actually expected to do something. So on here, there is a clickable link to IXL. You can go on here, you can click this link. You need to make sure that you are signed in to IXL, and then it's going to take you straight to that actual link. So if I click this, I go over to IXL. I've got to sign in. I guess I'm already signed in. And then I've got that problem due, which is a simple interest problem. Ashley has $90 in a savings account. You get the idea. For this particular day, we are just asking that you work for 20 minutes. That's the goal. I can see how much time you work. If you need help with IXL or getting logged in, please let me know. Now, the next thing then on here is Google Meets. I'm going to try and do Google Meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30, unless you hear otherwise. I will be available by email or Google Hangout if necessary. The link is in here. It's not mandatory. It's optional. We might talk some math if you have some questions. We might just sit around and talk. Last time I think there was about 10 of us last time when we did this. So if you're interested in Google Meets, it will still be available. I'm going to do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If for some reason you totally need something else, email. You all know I answer my email almost within a couple hours of every time. If there really is something that you need to see, we can try and do a Google Hangout and see if I can help you with that way. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. IXL will be scored on certain days. We know that you have a lot going on. I think right now you're ending with science and social studies or something tomorrow. I think during this week, the IXL is going to be scored with a 5-point formative. It will specifically say it. Let's see if I have one. No, these are all the same ones. I do. Here, maybe. Thursday. Yeah. So here on this Thursday is a compound interest. Today's goal. Oh, no, it's not. I take it back. I'm rewinding. This one is not going to be scored. This is just 20 minutes again. If you take a look at Wednesday, then maybe. This is longer than I would have thought I recorded for. I'm hopefully not confusing you more. Here, it will clearly state this is worth 5 formative points. You need today's goal is an 80% SMART score. I think this one is using adding and subtracting fractions. This is something you've done. You know how to do this. And finally, then, for all the information that you need, oh man, it's going to end in 25 seconds. Well, on Fridays, there's going to be a Google form that it's also going to be, this one's going to be 10 formative points. I'm running out of time. I hope you are all well. I will try and do some cycle and circles. I will post a couple questions in Google Classroom, but expect everything to basically be on these sides. I have 6 seconds left. I hope you are all okay. Have a wonderful spring break. Bye.